Hey guys, we are here playing Big Bio. This is a deck about gigantic bioroids everywhere. This opening hand is decent. We're going to set up our pop-ups, crack the hedge fund, and we've got an oversight Janus to use early on to either secure a remote server or shore up a central, depending on what we need to do. This Adonis is normally going to get trashed very easily. Yeah, we'll risk pop-up. Don't have another one, but that's fine. Gets a Pyrrhec on the very first pull. Well, pop-up, you tried. Playing 8 agendas, so there's not a ton left. But we draw another one, so that's great. Whew. Okay. This is not good, actually. This is fairly grim. Let's play the Eli out here. Don't really want to score behind this Janus because he can just go through with taking brain and clicking. SMC, okay. It's going to take plenty of money to handle anything. Toy box. Interesting. So this Howler is kind of decent. Let's think about our plan here. No, let's put that on the R&D just in case. Kind of got an awkward ice mix. If he had run this Eli, we could have got a second Eli. That would have been helping us score here. But right now, we're kind of too poor to do a ton. Let's play another Armitage. Alright, let's flip this for free. Copy it. See, does he have an answer to that, do you think? Probably not. Just in case, we'll put a second Janus. Front, and then we'll go for the toy box next turn. Yog. Yep. Get a buck though, which is actually quite nice. Alright, let's copy our Eli. Because that's a great thing to copy. Just gonna jack out. Yeah, let's go for our Janus, double Janus. Seems decent. Don't want to ice archives. Really don't want to. Another oversight. That's interesting. Yeah, let's pitch the Adonis. It's not very good against Whizzard. And I'm not building a second remote, and this one's pretty full. So if we can get this Howler rezzed, the nice thing that happens here is we probably get to put our Janus here and flip it next turn with the toy box without having to wait a turn of not using toy box. You've got a second howler which we can use wherever we want. So we're gonna hit this, get the Janus in there. He's gonna jack out. Probably. Of course he can just run again, but that's fine. Grimoire. Now, do we want to oversight this, or do we want to actually free res it for our turn? You know what, let's hard res it. I don't think he's got a way to deal with it. We can throw out probably the howler at this point. I don't think we need it. What we do need is a Jackson Howard. That would be great. Click, click, yeah. Let's get a buck. Another Pryrek. Oh, Lord. We gotta just go for it, don't we? We have no money. Twins is not doing a ton right now, I'll be honest. I think we gotta just go for it. Fire this beta test, will probably get good value out of it. If not a Wotan, at least an Ichi2 would be nice. Not too often you have 3 Janus on the board. Yeah, he smells blood in the water. He's coming in. You get a buck though, which is actually really helpful. %, pays off again for us. Another oversight. All right. Hit it. That's pretty great. Ichi2, no forge, Ichi2, and howler. Yeah, so you can get right out of my servers, good sir. That's a good beta test. This Eli is not going to be needed anymore, I have a feeling. We could even res him off the howler if we need to. Because the howler does work from archives, which is kind of cool. So what do you do if you're him here? Like, you can take 5 brain and all those clicks to go in this server. Assuming he can get corroder, which he must be able to. So we could actually take our agenda. But would he go all in on that agenda if we double advance it? He probably feels he has to. He's gonna get sucker tokens, sure. So maybe keeping the Eli is better than keeping this last oversight. He's gonna start working on this Ichi, which is fine. Janice is still gonna hold the fort. He's on 6 credits. And now we can bring the Ichi 2 back from the Howler, so I'm gonna push it. The Project Wotan will let us add ETRs to our Janice, which he can't really deal with. Toy box is pretty good for us this game. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. The fact that it costs 4 up front can be too much. So we're actually too poor to do the Pyrrhec, which is kind of funny. I'm pretty much clicking for credits until we can get somewhere. Can put the agenda in the remote. It's actually very safe here. Can put the Adonis as well. Because we're going to need to start our turn with 5 credits to have enough. And we'd ideally have enough to res the Eli the second time through. Alrighty, let's see what he can do with this. He's got the Ice Carver, so that brings everything down 1. If we can get another 3 suckers, 4 suckers, then he can put a Mimic down and run through the Janus. Hoping we'll bait a big run here. But he may just parasite the R&D. Yeah, he's gonna go for R&D. He's gonna ignore the remote. Uses the SMC on parasite. That makes sense. Spends all his sucker tokens, so maybe Icing Archives would have been better, but I'm just pretty poor. I think keeping an Eli over the second oversight would be much better. So there's 1. Right. Yep, overlooked that card there. Indeed, he does go through. He's gonna medium dig us. I forgot to res this. Okay, we're just gonna do that and hope for the best. Really should have res this, but my bad. It's gonna parasite that pretty soon, I imagine. I'm gonna flag that for auto res, I think. Well, I could go for try to push the Pyrrhec and hope he runs to the pop to give me $1. Does that seem reasonable? That seems kind of silly. Nah, I don't know. He's got to go somewhere. No, I'll wait an extra turn so I have some more credits for this. So yeah, had I res the Adonis the very first turn, I would have had a profit of $2. He did in the end run the pop-up. Well, that does kind of suck. Maybe he would not have if I had been at $2. So he's probably not going to win off this dig. He will have enough tokens to actually break both of these with credits. Yeah, put the twins in, because why not? We have an Eli here, we have HE2 here. Just actually not any better. He's gonna dig. He can see, what, 5 fresh cards this turn? Oh, 6, because of this trash ability. Thing is, he needs probably 2 agendas to win. Not sure he gets there. He would have to like hit agendas and then see new cards and hit more agendas. How'd he trash that hedge fund? Leave that hedge fund alone. Okay, just accidentally trashed it. I think he knows this is an agenda, and this is win or lose for him. It's kind of funny that there's two Janus here, and what's going to actually stop him is the Eli. That quite entertains me. You don't really want the Janus on your remote because they can go through it once if it's going to be in the game for them. They're much better on the R&D or even the HQ. Yeah. So I did misjudge him. I could have won this a turn earlier and avoided risking this dig, but it was fairly safe given what we had here. Yeah, he gets one agenda, which is to be expected, but he would need two. Didn't even use our counters in the end, but they were going to help us here with ETRs. If you had tried to make a run the remote, we could have added ETR to these Janus. It's kind of a neat deck. This came a lot later than it would have been useful. You could have used this to good effect earlier, but we had lots of these, which is quite nice. If he hadn't been parasiting our stuff, if he'd been breaking it normally, we could have just res them again. Because of parasite and the massive sucker spam, we lost some pretty big eyes, but we didn't pay for it anyway, so it's kind of neat. Thanks for watching.